I'm here. Hey. You know, I started watching Nick Fuentes' show, America First.
What's going on, Nick? You are on the air.
Hey, hi.
How you doing, man?
Good, how you doing?
Doing well.
First show I ever watched of his was an episode called Demographics or Destiny, referring to immigration. And that woke me up on immigration.
Demographics, that's the name of the game for this century.
Once I was woken up on immigration, I started talking to more people about it within conservatism, and I kind of fell in love with the movement. Eventually, I went on to talk to Nick more. I was in the TikTok scene. He'd watch my stuff every once in a while. I'd send some messages into his show, and then I eventually had the chance to meet him during the White Boy Summer Road trip in Vegas.
Hey, what's up?
What's going on, man? How are you? Good to meet you too.
I'd say I aligned myself more at that point with more dissident ideas in the right-wing and conservative sphere.
Conceptual James, he is on a crusade to defeat what he calls the woke Reich, the woke right. These are right-wing characters who he believes are also perpetuating the same ideas of identity politics. And to some extent, he's not even incorrect there. There's certainly a push for more recognition of groups, and certainly less and less compromise on the issue of identity, in the sense that we are Christian, we are white.
Yeah. Well, there's of course a lot of context. We live in un-American times. You could say that the very makeup of the country has become kind of un-American.
Cory Booker, right here, senator from New Jersey, Democrat, if you couldn't tell by the complexion.
Now, you can't really account for stuff that Nick would say, even though you are sort of in the same movement.
Yeah, I can speculate, and like I'll run defense because I think a lot of people, they attribute a lot of malice to him when I don't think it's really there.
We're in a holy war, and I will tell you this. Because we're willing to die in the holy war, we will make them die in the holy war. And they will go down with their satanic master.
I'm going to present a word to you, and then you say the first word.
Israelites.
This is God's country. This is Jesus's country. This is not the domain of atheists or devil worshippers or perfidious Jews. This is Christ's country. When we take power, they need to be given the death penalty.
I think that absolutely the United States does things that are not in the United States' interest, but are actually more so an extension of what the policy that Zionists in the United States and also the state of Israel would encourage, and that is anti-Semitism laws, cracking down on hate speech, and even making illegal the burning of a flag. What flag was that? It was the Israeli flag.
October 7th happened, and it was not, 100% was not, Israel's 100 to kill their own people with terrorists. That's a ridiculous statement. You know,
I don't think that's ridiculous at all. What do you think about 9/11? Do you think that the United States has had any kind of intel that could have tipped them off about the 9/11 terror attacks? And I think that governments, the U.S. government, the Israeli government, have even in some cases allowed for attacks to occur, or in certain cases stalled their response in order to provide a larger justification for their response. For example, you know, an invasion of Iraq, Afghanistan, that would have never been justifiable had a major terror attack not been committed on U.S. soil.
Because, you know, Nick admits he is more dissident. He is probably one of the further right parts of the coalition, of that umbrella. There's going to be libertarians, there's going to be people who care about the economics, there's going to be all sorts of people.
Open mic, we're going to be here for a couple hours, so get comfortable.
I took Turning Point USA and I fucked it. And that's why it's filled with Groypers.
But that coalition is coming together, and ultimately we'll see power.